everybody. I am on my way to get my wisdom teeth drilled out, finally. And I just got over being sick, so I hope I don't cough too much. That would fucking suck. And here we are at the oral surgeon. It is 14 degrees and let's see how this goes. Okay, now you're gonna have to have some applesauce in order to take your medicine.
Oh.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Let's try this in place.
You can try them both out if you feel like it.
Okay. You can put it back there, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You can... Right there.
Huh? Yeah.
So it's been about an hour and a half, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm more confident about talking because I can feel more in my mouth. And this removing the teeth went very well. Let's stop by this antique shop and see what they have. Sometimes they tend to have a lot more of technology stuff, like old U-Matic and Betamax tapes. Yeah.
They square everything and they, like their ease or a road.
And Biden's pretty good about knowing some of the
Yeah.
right now too.
I just lost it.
Sit down at the table, Joe. Relax. Would nobody work with you today?
Yeah.
Right here.
I might take this out. Camcorder, $80. Let's see what this $80 camcorder looks like. I bet it's the ones that I find in the garbage all the time. Oh wait, upside down. $80 for that?
Wow. A bit overpriced.
Yeah, right. Wow, is this what I think it is? It's an Edophone. Not for $200 though. Damn, that thing's kind of scary.
Yeah, this is from the 30s. It's really heavy too.
Yeah. How much is it?
$25.
Oh, no. $30 for this. That's a watt meter. I have this in its original case. I got it last year at the Jacksonville Steam Festival. Fossils for like $8. Look at that, man. If that wasn't 50 bucks.
Real?
Yeah. A tiny one too. If that wasn't 50 bucks, I'd get it.
Yeah.
So, we couldn't find hardly anything there, except for one thing. Look at that. Weidenhof, never heard of that. It sounds like a German company, so probably Weidenhof. 0 to 25 volt meter. It's very difficult to find meters that aren't just 0 to 12 volts or like 0 to 2000 volts. 0 to 25 volts is a really nice range. It's good for like electric vehicles or something. Well guys, I gotta say that went far better than I ever expected. And it actually seems like I kind of lucked out, and it went far better than most other people's times with having the wisdom teeth cut out and pulled out. So right here you see I have the ice, actually it's frozen corn, on my face. This is just an old shirt and I have wrapped around my face, and every 30 minutes I switch it on and off. So I go 30 minutes with ice on and 30 minutes off to reduce swelling, and to be honest, it's working quite well. But let's wait another 30 minutes till I have this off so I can talk more freely. Delicious corn. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. I'm very happy indeed. Because, well, it didn't go exactly perfect, but it went almost near perfect. Because actually it turns out the nitrous oxide kind of got in the way. The closer I got to actually to the time of actually having to do it, like a week ago, I was kind of like worrying a little bit. But the closer and closer I got to it, the more and more relaxed I got with it. And then when I was actually sitting in there, the doctor was injecting me with the numbing stuff, I was feeling really nice and really, I guess you could say, mellow. Because of course the numbing stuff, it just local numbing. It's not like mental. So that was me mentally preparing myself and just being very prepared and very calm, just as calm as possible. But then, unfortunately, whenever he put the nitrous oxide on me, it like caused my heart to go to start pumping, just like I was running around the block a bunch, and my hands and my feet started getting numb. But from they started to feel like they're falling asleep, and so it was like here I was calm, but I couldn't. But my body was like getting way hyper, and so pretty much throughout the entire like 27-minute operation or whatever, or of him pulling out the teeth, actually drilling and then pulling out the teeth, I was having to continually calm myself down because I could hear my heart in my ears just do 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 do. I don't know if that's supposed to happen with nitrous oxide or not, but it did. So I think if I had to do that again, I would actually go without nitrous oxide, because just listening to music was good enough to, like, you could raise the volume in the first part. Because whenever I had the first tooth pulled, because I think he worked on the bottom left one, which is the only one that's actually causing any like swelling, which is not much. That was the first one, and he drilled it out. Actually, okay, I'll go before that. Him and the nurse were messing with a lot of stuff in there. I was figuring he was probably like pushing away the skin, but actually it occurred to me, no, he's actually cutting away the skin right then, because I assume he just made one slit behind the tooth, that way the skin could spread apart. But it occurred to me, evidently it doesn't take that much force to cut through the skin. Same thing with whenever you're popping the teeth out, because I was thinking popping the teeth out, he would at least have to like hold my jaw or something like that. But no, it's just kind of, and that's it. And that was really nice to know that, at least after the first one, because after the first one it was like, yeah, I can do this. And so he drilled through the first one, and I gotta say, that drill worked really fast. Zzz, zzz, like that. It was like, I'd say 5 seconds to get to drill through the tooth. And then he came in with like a pair of pliers and popped the top part out, and then popped the bottom part out, and then him and the nurse put like 1 or 2 stitches on there. I haven't checked inside there to see. And then he got like a clamp type thing and hooked it to the top back tooth, and he kind of rustled it around a little bit, but still he didn't have to like hold on to me. I just kind of like laid there and like that, and it came out with really not that much of like a pop or anything like that. It was just like that, like when you're popping your knuckles or something like that. It was just like that, and it came out. And so I'm really happy about that. That was like not traumatic at all. Now, being like hyper and trying to be calm, that was a little bit annoying, but oh well. Hey, it's not like I'm in the 1600s and having to have somebody knock my teeth out with like a chisel or anything like that. Centuries of medical improvement have really paid off. And same thing with the other side. He started drawing through them. Whenever he started drawing through the bottom tooth, I was still, I did get a little afraid. So I turned my music back up. I was just listening to Devo, because Devo has a very good synthesizer sound. So they're really loud music. Because originally I was going to get orchestra music like from Jersey Devil or some other game, but then it occurred to me, yeah, it's kind of quiet. You probably don't want to listen to quiet music when you're trying to drown out an operation. But most of the time I had the volume down because I just had my tablet, and even whenever my tablet is off, you can still turn up the volume and turn down the volume with the 2 buttons on the side. So I just had that on my lap and turn up the volume, turn it down. But most of the time I had it down so I could hear what they were saying and hear what was going on. And actually it turned out very helpful to have the tablet. If you're ever going to go for having your wisdom teeth taken out, bring a tablet, because turns out you can just type up whatever you want to say on your tablet, and that works out really, really easily. A lot better than going and so it's been about, let's see, I think 7 hours. It's been about 7 hours since I had the teeth popped out, and I feel pretty great. I would say that I have been keeping the ice on my face a lot, so it's reduced any swelling. We did have a little bit of a scare with whenever we pulled out the gauze, because see what I did was for the first 3 hours or so, while it was still bleeding a lot, we put gauze back there, and I would bite down on that, because that would help to keep the blood in the holes or the sockets or whatever you want to call them, and that would help it to clot. And because you want it to clot, otherwise you get a dry socket. That's whenever the bone's visible and it just hurts really bad. And I hope to avoid that. I do not want to get a dry socket. I want it to make a nice scab type thing and start building cells in there and kind of close it up. Well, unfortunately, whenever I pulled out one of the gauze things, a big blood clot came out. So I was like, oh crap. So all the blood came out, so I was going to have to try to make another blood clot. Thankfully, though, that was only into like an hour and a half of the bleeding after I got done. So I still had plenty of time for it to make another scab. So I think it's made a nice little other blood clot there, and I think it's pretty much going really nicely now. I just hope I don't like cough or sneeze really hard and it like pops the blood clot out. So for the past couple hours, I've been trying to nap, although it's kind of hard to nap when you set your timer to go off to switch the gauze out, and then after that you have to do the ice every 30 minutes. It's kind of hard to fall asleep in 30 minutes and wake back up, but whatever. It's been really nice. I've just been sitting here. And as for the pain, it's kind of odd. For me, I don't register pain in my mouth as actual pain. Now, if it's on my tongue, yes. Like, if I get a cut on my tongue, it hurts and I hate it. But, like, if I get stuck with, like, a needle in my gum or on the roof of my mouth or something like that, like whenever I'm getting a filling and they inject the local numbing agent or whatever, I don't really register that as pain. It's I don't want to say I enjoy it. I kind of do. I kind of enjoy that feeling, but I neither hate it or enjoy it, but it's interesting because of that. So I kind of enjoy it just because it's interesting. Because right now, I'd say that my mouth does hurt a little bit, but I don't register it as pain. So it's very interesting, and actually I kind of like the feeling, because right now I just noticed that it feels like my teeth are moving back now finally, because the four wisdom teeth aren't pushing forward, so they're finally getting to relax and move back. So that's pretty good, because a couple days ago I was actually sick. I got sick from some Christmas get together, and I was afraid I'd be sick over the operation, because if you're sick in the operation, you can't have the operation, and that screwed up my yearly plans, because I was lucky to get an operation this soon. Well, thankfully it was just a quick little like cold or whatever, and I got over it after a couple of days. I got over it like a day and a half before today, or a day and a half before the operation. And I have to say though, it fanned the flames of me knowing I need to get the wisdom teeth out, because when I had the cold, I had like a bad headache emanating from my teeth. So I'd have to say that probably helped a lot for me being more calm. Like, yeah, I know I want to do this. Until, of course, the nitrous oxide made me go like that and get me all hyper. And it's like, no, stop being hyper. I'm calm. Now, I know it's usually best to put questions to my viewers at the end of a video, because, like, whenever I watch a video and there's a question in the middle of the video, usually I forget to answer it in the comments. But try to remember this if you want to answer it. What are your experiences with having your wisdom teeth pulled out, or any teeth pulled out for that matter? Because, like, it seems that my bleeding stopping within like 4 hours is very good, because like my mom's husband Josh, his teeth bled for like 3 days and he had just a terrible time. I would love to hear your guys' opinions, or your retellings of the good and the bad things about your wisdom teeth removals, and like how it compares to other people, or how it compares to my experience. Because me, I'd probably do it again. Maybe wait a little bit, but it was actually pretty enjoyable to see just how teeth are removed. It was kind of cool. And I saved the teeth, which is actually really nice, because when we got home, I was expecting that the teeth would be in the bag and they'd be all bloody and I'd have to clean them out or whatever. Open them up, and the doctor evidently bleached them and removed all the stuff, so they're perfectly clean. We'll have to look at the teeth, and maybe look at them underneath the microscope. And then finally, the thing that I got for breaking my doctor's orders. This thing's awesome. I know I probably should not have gone thrift store hunting, like, it was like 45 minutes after, I'd say like an hour and a half after having my teeth pulled out, but you know what? I was kind of wanting to find something, and as normal, it took searching through that entire store to find one good deal, and I have to say, this is definitely it. This thing is so cool. It's surprisingly hard to find DC volt. Oh, is that DC? Well, I hope it's DC volts. Anyway, if this is a DC voltmeter, it's difficult to find voltmeters that go at a range like this, because it's very easy to find ones that go to 0 to 12 volts for like automotive use, and it's very easy to find like 1 to 120 volts for like power line use, and then usually you find ones that go like 0 to 2000 or 0 to 3000 volts, but it's really difficult to find ones that go like 0 to 48 volts or 0 to 24 volts. And I happened to find this 0 to 25 volt one. It was only $14. No, $12. Even better. And I just got it just because it's kind of hard to find a 1920s meter like this. I think it's really cool. But I found a use for it. Well, remember, I'm wanting to build another bicycle, and I've actually thought about it. I'm thinking I'm gonna build a tricycle. I'm gonna get like a Schwinn, oh, what's it called? A Schwinn Meridian. They have them on eBay. They're a big 26-inch wheeled tricycle, and they're really nice. They have a lot of cargo space, and I can definitely upgrade that by welding more cargo space and have plenty of space for bigger batteries and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is, it's a tricycle, so it won't have the issues of falling over like my bicycles do, because I hate kickstands on bicycles. Anyway, I think that I should just mount this directly in the middle of the handlebar of the bicycle or tricycle, whatever I get. And I think it'd be really cool because I'm wanting to make that one a 24-volt battery, and this has 25 volts. Lithium-ion battery packs, or at least the ones I've built that have 6 packs in series, 6 parallel packs in series. They top out at 25.2 volts when I charge the cells to 4.2 volts. Well, usually I only charge the cells to 4.2 volts whenever I want to balance charge them, but then most of the time I just top them back up to 4.0 volts because I believe, I'm still wanting to test this more accurately in the future, but I think that whenever you charge the cells to like 4.0 volts, 4.0 volts, you get actually 4 times the cycle life than at 4.2 volts. So this meter would work perfectly. Whenever I pull power from it, like whenever I'm pushing the throttle in, you'll be able to see the voltage dip to see the battery go down. Then whenever you let off the throttle, you'll be able to see what the voltage the battery is at. So I was thinking, what if I just completely redesign the tricycle to look like it's made in the 1920s to be electric? You know what I mean? Because I could have this power meter as the main like fuel gauge type thing on the handlebars of the tricycle, and I'd redesign the handlebars so it would be curved, like a almost half circle handlebar, like an old like motorcycle handlebar, instead of the modern ones that have just single points where the handlebar is bent at. And I think it'd be kind of cool. Then, now unfortunately, I dislike how a lot of people just paint their vehicles and stuff black because they think it looks cool. I think a lot of the times when people paint vehicles black, it looks very distasteful. But I think it would look good to paint this black because in the 1920s and stuff, you had like the Model T, and that, well, you had a lot of stuff just coming in black, like a lot of equipment just coming in black, like this thing. I painted the same color black like this. But then I would also add like gold striping on it or something. I don't know what the term is. It's like highlighting or pinstriping. Either way, it's like the styling on a Singer sewing machine, where it's black and it has like those lines of gold or yellow or whatever on them. Sometimes it's almost brown, but I think that might give that nice like vintage look. Oh, and another thing, I think it'd be kind of cool to make fenders for it, where the fenders would cover like the top half and the entire top half of the wheels, the sides and the perimeters of them. And you could also have more of that like gold or yellow lines going over that too. And then you could probably top it off by replacing the basket on the back of the Schwinn with like a hard trunk type thing that looks like it's from like an old 1910s electric car. This would be kind of cool. What's your guys' opinions of that? Do you think it'd be kind of interesting to redesign the tricycle to make it look kind of like steampunk or Tesla punk? Make it look like it's almost 100 years old? I think it'd be kind of cool, just to kind of follow this style with the entire vehicle. Well, I'm going to give myself a rest for a little because I'm not even supposed to be talking. I really hate to blow out one of my blood clots. Oh well. You know what, guys? This video has actually been pretty long, so I think I'll just go ahead and edit into one video and upload it right now. It's pretty easy to edit, so I'll just slap it together and upload it for you guys, because I'm kind of surprised. A good chunk of you people are pretty interested in knowing how my wisdom teeth go, so thanks. And oh yeah, and don't forget the 2 questions. 1, do you have any interesting stories about your wisdom teeth or any family members' wisdom teeth being pulled out? And 2, what's your opinion on making or modifying a tricycle or bicycle to look like it's from the 1920s? Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for being concerned about my wisdom teeth. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya!